What is going on, everybody? And there we have it. The Silverstone flag is held. Anyways, here is part 2 of the chips. So we did the ashing, we did the gravity separation, and we did the gold recovery on the littles. Well, I'll tell you what, we're doing the bigs today, and there has to have been something in here that didn't want to give up the gold because, anyways, we'll wait to the end. We'll wait to the end. So enjoy this video. Right. And this is the bigger size, so I've got most of the garbage out of there. There's still a couple of pieces in. I definitely, well, I need to reamp my ashing game. There's no question about that. And I think I just got what I need to get to make this way better. I'm actually really excited. I'll probably put it on. I'll probably put it on this video. Not everything came at once. Anyways, so we are in the works. Yeah, let's put you in hand real quick. So this is what we got in here. Bunch of base metals, bunch of copper, all the goods like that. Just a few gold bonding wires, like you can see the couple there. So it'll be interesting to see what we get out of that. And I'm sure some of them can be maybe burned up a little bit where they're a little darker. Hopefully that's the case anyways. Anyways, we are in the middle. Well, I should say this is the last nitric boil on the thin stuff. So, and I really didn't have that much reaction. I feel like I'm kind of boiling the nitric off right now. So instead of wasting that nitric, we're just going to go ahead and plop that into here. And I'm sure we're going to have a crazy reaction right off the bat, just because that's kind of the way it goes. Especially with hot acids, but this stuff was pretty dilute. Little bits at a time. Make sure we don't have a crazy reaction. Oh yeah. Alright, well, we know that still had some nitric in there. I'm going to turn that off for tonight. We are running out of daylight. Well, I should say it's probably like getting close to 10 o'clock my time anyways. I'm going to let this stuff settle a little bit, and then we'll throw the rest of this in there tomorrow. Alright, let's continue dropping some of this stuff. This is the bigs here. And we got some fun stuff to deal with. See if we can pick some of that stuff up. There we go. So before we go ahead and put anything in there, we're going to try a little sulfuric acid with this because there is a little iron in there. I want to see if we can help that rust out a little bit. So I got about 100 mils of sulfuric in there. So we got nitrates left over, so that's going to kick off with making basically poor man's nitric right off the bat. And we need a little bit of water. 1 second here. So I kind of broke the rule here. So don't imitate this. All right, we'll wait till that nitric that nitric we made runs out, and then we'll add a little bit more in there. But what I'm hoping is we're going to consume some of that rust, which it might not because it's already an oxide. But if there's any more in there, we'll convert it into ferrous sulfate versus iron oxide, which would be much better to deal with. And then we'll go ahead and throw that up on the heat and let that cook. All right, we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of nitric now that has kind of died down a little bit. All right, let's check this out here. Hold on, let me get gloved up. So it looks like it's a different shade. It looks like it's a little nicer shade, I should say, instead of that brown. So I'm curious if we absorb that. I would say we did. Well, that's cool. Yeah, check that out. Maybe a little bit in there. It also could be just fine. We'll definitely know when it settles more. Alright, well, I see a whole bunch of material in there. I could try pouring some sulfuric in here, see if it dissolves that. We could do that as a test. I'll pour the majority of this solution out before we do that, just in case. But yeah, why not? Yeah, that's still a little toasty. We'll go like this. We have the technology. Let's see if we see anything gold sticking out at us. Just a whole bunch of copper, it looks like. Well, let's keep at it. It'd be interesting to see if there's leftover sulfuric in what I just poured out, and if that does anything to the rest of that. Let's see. So we are sitting right at 300. It says about 75. All right, let's let it do its thing. So I've got two solutions. This is from both the big and the littles. This needs to be filtered quite a bit more. This one is ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and drop the silver in here. And we're just going to go ahead and use salt. I'm on a silver chloride kick. I have enough to do a little video. There it is. All right, we are back to the flooring as a tabletop. We're just gonna say Old Faithful, right? It seems to be working, seems to be holding up. I really do like the ceramic tile. What would be awesome is to completely build this whole hood out of ceramic tile. Now that would be something. I would have to do some testing with like color choices and all that fun stuff, just so that if I do bright white and we go to record and you can't see anything, that would be terrible. So I'd have to figure something out, like maybe even this gray. It's kind of a neutral color. It's not too bright. Anyways, let me get gloved up here. I've got some stuff to show you. So remember that stock pot, the video? We could see it changing colors. So that was some ferrous sulfate solutions that were still in there, and I don't think the concoction that the gold was in really liked SMB, because we did get a little out of SMB, but not like this. I did do one boil on this last night, but there's our gold. So I am much happier with that now. So we do have to clean that up, but we'll wait till we get the rest of this. So this is after that nitric boil. I just put it in the little beaker there. I cemented. Well, I didn't say cement. I precipitated silver chloride out of that, and I still have a couple filtrations I have to run on this. This is the nitric boils combined of the littles and the bigs. So now we're going to go ahead and go into Aqua Regia with the littles, and we still have the leftover Aqua Regia from here. Maybe I should filter that out. I think I'm going to do that. All right. Hold on. All right. And now we wait. It's actually coming out pretty clear. We'll just go like this. Perfect. Hopefully we've got a little bit of gold in there we can get. The rest of this is garbage. We've got all the gold out of there. We did a check on it. Leached everything out of there. Well, I mean, that's been sitting in there for quite a while. Hold on. Let's see if there's anything, I guess, that was hidden. I have my doubts. But it doesn't hurt to check, right? I cleaned up my stuff yesterday, and actually, we might have picked up something. It's a very faint color there. We might have picked up something. Well, cool. Okay. Oh, we gotta wash that out. We'll let the rest of this pour, and then I'll squirt it all off into that filter so we can rinse all that stuff out, just in case. Well, I mean, Stannis doesn't lie. We got something in there. I see a little purple at the top. All right. Well, that's filtering out. Don't need that anymore. Let's see if we can dump some of this out. I would say that's a pretty decent amount there. You can see that it's quite thin in some places. So we'll just keep this like this, and I'm not going to clean it much more than just the rinse. I wanted to rinse all the rest of that stuff off of there because, like I said, it was in a concoction of goodies. And so we'll go ahead and redissolve this if we get anything out of here. Hopefully. All right, let's see what we got going on here. It looks like we burnt that filter up pretty good. I'm curious if we need a little bit more nitric, just because it's sitting over time like that. I'm curious if it utilized the rest of that. It's about 3 mils, maybe 2.5, and we got reactions. So let's let that keep doing its thing. Maybe we can pull some gold out of there. All right, so this has been cooking for a little while now. I added a little bit more hydrochloric and a little bit more nitric. I think I videotaped adding the nitric. Anyways, I gotta get a Stannous test on here immediately. Let's see what we got going on with. See if we found any more gold in the bigs. There it is. The scientific straw is back. Oh yeah, we got a little purple in there. Oh yeah, I would definitely say we got some gold in there. Not a whole bunch by the looks of it, but there is some gold, and we got to get it. All right, well, I'm going to let that cool down a bit, and then we're going to go ahead start filtering that out. Well, maybe. I got to wait till this filters out. This is the last filtration here before we can drop the silver in that bad boy, and then yeah, just do the whole cleanup process, filter this out. So until then, I'll see you in a minute. All right, just to expedite this a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and pour this into the 1,000 milliliter beaker. Make sure we get all the goods out of here. Alright, I'm going to give this a good scrub down, and then we're going to go ahead and filter it back into here. Alright, well, that's how I'm going to do this for the time being. When this solution is nice and clear, I'll bring you back, and then we'll go to drop it. Alright, and because I don't want to do, I don't want to get rid of all of these goods into that filter, because I still want to do a pretty good leach on them. I'm going to try and just rinse this stuff off the best I can. There we go. And then we'll just let that go back and forth. We'll make a little bit more just to sit in here. And we'll focus on this, which it's going to need a couple filtrations. So we're going to go back and forth between that and that. It's actually looking pretty clear now. Might have had to wait. Yeah, we probably had to wait till that filter clogged up a little bit. We'll get it. Just like that, we're going to leave that drop as a cliffhanger. Oh, well, I should say drop, quote unquote. It does not want to give up the gold. So I have tried a couple of different things. I tried ferrous sulfate, that didn't work. And then I tried SMB. I'm like, well, we'll just put some SMB in there. And it's a very similar situation. I still have that yellow test on the Stannis and that black sediment. So if it did drop gold, it's very little amount. It's very colloidal. My guess is that the solution still is holding some goodies. Now, I can't promise it's going to be holding as much as the first one, the littles, but I know there's still gold in there that it wants to give up. So I'm going to save that for another video. I'm not going to touch it. I've ordered something, and I can't say it's original, right? Somebody in the comments of the first one mentioned it, and it's something similar to that, right? Something similar. And I think it'll work. I think it will work, but we'll find out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.